Yo, what is up YouTube? It's the Office Jungle with another video. Today we have a tier list of all the pets that I keep, all the reptiles that I keep. We're gonna rank them on my tier list here. We got goated, awesome, good, mid, and bad. Not sure if we have any bad, but I put it on there just in case. I feel like green should be on top, but red's on top, so it don't matter. We're gonna go through all the reptiles that I keep, and we're gonna rank them based on my personal experience, based on my personal animals in general. So if you have a different opinion about any of these, or if you disagree with anything, let me know. Write in the comments, let me know what you think, because I'm sure I'm gonna say some things that are gonna upset some people, or I'm gonna say some things that people just don't agree with. So if you don't agree, write in the comments, let me know what you think. We're gonna start off with probably the best one, which is the blue-tongued skink. And this is gonna go and goated. I have a blue-tongued skink named Arnold. He's the best. He's awesome. He's chill. When we first got him, he was about 4 years old, and now he's probably 5 or maybe 6. And he's so chill. He eats all the time. He was a little fat when we got him, so we had to slim him down, but that wasn't a problem. We had to get him on vegetables. That took a little while, but that wasn't really a problem. He's just the best. We take him out, we give him to the guests when they get here. He's like the number one thing we give to the guests because he's diurnal, first of all, so he's out during the day. Any animal that's out during the day is going to be pretty high on my list because I like day animals. Arnold, blue-tongued skink, he's definitely goated. We're putting him in the goat section. Next up, we have ball pythons, the ball python. Ball pythons, see the ball pythons I have one that is really good, one that could be goated, but one that could just be good. So I'm going to split the difference. I'm going to put it in awesome. I have a ball python, Walter, who we got as an adult. He was 6 years old. He's dope. We love him. And then I have another ball python that I got when she was about 1 year old. And she bites at you. She's annoying, but she eats every single time. Walter doesn't eat every single time, and he only eats live food, which is so annoying. We have to go to the reptile store and get a live animal, and it makes me sad every time. So I'll put it in awesome. Almost good. Ball pythons, they could be annoying. I'll put it in awesome because Walter is goated, even though he eats live, which kind of sucks. Next up here is the giant day gecko. I have one of these. You know, I'll put this in. I'm debating good or mid. I'll put him in good. I got my day gecko from an expo. I brought him home, put him in his tank. The next morning I went to go feed him, and he escaped, and I had to chase him around the entire reptile room, the entire office jungle for about an hour until I finally caught him. They are escape artists. You open that door, they will fly out the enclosure. However, he's awesome. When I feed him, he's cool. When I walk in, he's kind of always like looking at me. He's kind of always like checking out what I'm doing. They seem smart for geckos, and they seem a little personable. And like if I could eventually tame out my day gecko, he could go into awesome, maybe even go to territory. But right now, he's only good because he escapes, and I have to watch out every time I open the enclosure, which is annoying. Next up, we have the white tree frog, and I think I'm gonna have to put this in goated. White tree frogs are goated. They're awesome. They're these fat little dumpy frogs. They're also named dumpy frogs, but there's these fat dumpy frogs. They croak super loud at night, and when I dump crickets in their enclosure, they go nuts, and it's hilarious. And whenever I open the front door, he will just attack nothing because he just knows opening the front door to attack. And my dumpy frogs are hilarious. I love them. They're goated. They're easy to care for. You don't have to have the enclosure super humid because they're from Australia, so they like things a little arid. So he's goated. I love him. Next up is the Hognose snake. My Hognose snake, Corky. I think I'm gonna have to put him in goated also. Corky he's badass. When we first got him, he was playing dead every time I tried to pick him up, every time I put food in the enclosure, but now he's chill. I could pick him up without him being annoyed at all. He's chill, he's cool, he's calm, and I think this is the one people are most jealous that I have. I got a lot of people are like, I want to get a hognose after seeing your hognose. So that's something that's pretty goated about Corky the hognose. Hognose snakes are super easy to care for. You don't need a super big tank. They're pretty small. It's a good entry snake for people that want to try snakes because they are so small. They're not scary or anything. And yeah, Hognose snakes they're goated. They're badass. Next up, we have the Aki monitor, and I think I'm gonna have to put him in goated also. A lot of these animals are goated. I'll put him in goated. My Aki monitor is hilarious. He's awesome. He bites me. He's the only animal that I'm like, I know that will bite me, and when I put my hand in his enclosure. He goes nuts for food, and he thinks my fingers are food, so he'll just nip at me, and he goes nuts. But it's hilarious. I love it. You know, other people might not love that. I can understand people not liking that for sure, but it's awesome. I need to make a new enclosure for my Aki with a front opening enclosure. I have a top opening enclosure. I need a front opening enclosure, and then maybe I could work with him more where he doesn't bite me every time. But I love that guy. He's hilarious. He makes me laugh every time I feed him. He's the best. Next up, crested geckos. I'm sorry, he's got to be goated. Tanner, my crested gecko, he's goated. He's awesome. He's hilarious. He's chill. He's the first reptile in the office jungle. He still has his tail. I've never seen such a chill crested gecko before. He doesn't care really about anything. It gets loud in here. Things are banging around when I'm moving around stuff in the office jungle, you know what I mean? And he's just calm, cool, collected, and he's a great reptile. Easy to care for, no heat lamps, no nothing like that. Just got to make sure it doesn't get too hot in here. And the crested gecko is a goated animal. Next up is my Brazilian rainbow boa, Jacques. I'll put him in awesome. I'll put him in awesome because they're a little harder to care for because you have to keep the enclosure so humid. I kind of fixed that by putting a fish tank in there, so now it's like I don't really have to worry about it that much. He just takes a dip in his fish tank whenever he's feeling a little dry. And he's kind of a pain in the ass because he keeps trying to get him out is a little scary because he'll bite at you. He's still like young, he's still juvenile, so he's still got that nippy tendency. And if I try to take him out when he does not want to be out, he will try to bite me. And it's scary to some people. It's not like the hognose. It's like kind of scary because it's a boa, and boas have pretty big teeth, and they will bite you. They'll get you. I never been bitten by him because he's so slow. I just go psych, psych, psych. But he's still awesome. I'd put him in goated. Maybe when he's older, he'll be in goated because he'll calm down a little bit. But right now, he's in the awesome category. I love him. He's awesome. Dart frogs, I kind of want to put in goated. I'll put him in awesome. I'll put them in awesome because their enclosure needs to be super moist. A lot of stuff needs to happen. We got to buy fruit flies. Fruit flies are like $15 for the pack of them, for the little culture of them. It smells. Fruit flies always die. They always get out. There's fruit flies everywhere. But they're just awesome to have, awesome to look at. I do love dart frogs. I can't see myself without having any dart frog. And people cohab dart frogs. I haven't cohabbed mine because I'm scared they're going to get eaten by anything I cohab them with. But we'll have cohab them. I like them. This you can't really see. This is a pine snake. I have an albino northern pine snake called Tom the Snake. I think Tom the albino northern pine snake, he might have to go ungoated. He's pretty awesome. Pine snakes are loud. They hiss and they strike at you, but they're bluff strikes. So if you're not afraid of a loud snake trying to bite you or pretending to bite you, then you're not going to like pine snakes. But Tom the Snake has really chilled out. We put him in the room. He's underneath our TV. And when we first put him there, he would just hide. He hid for about a month, just burrowed for about a month straight. Not eating anything when we first put him in there. We gave him time. We gave him time to relax, chill, be burrowed. I didn't dig him up. I didn't do anything. And now he's always out. He's always slithering around. We wake up in the morning. He's already up, slithering around. He's not afraid of us. We walk by. We're doing, laundry in the bedroom. We're getting dressed in the bedroom. We're doing everything in the bedroom. And Tom the Snake is chill. He doesn't care. And then at night, he just slithers back in his hole and he's up the next morning. Tom the Snake is awesome. He eats every time. I never had him go on a hunger strike except that time he was burrowing. So Tom the Snake is dope. I love Tom the Snake. Next up is our green anoles. I'd say they're good. They're not mid. They're good. They're anoles. They hop around. We have them with the day geckos. They live in harmony. They're doing great together. And I don't see any problems with them, except that they're just kind of boring. And they also escape. I had a green anole escape that I had to catch. Actually, the green anoles escape more than the day geckos. One of them got out. I found him, caught him after like 30 minutes. put him back in, and then he got out again, and I kind of was like, you know what, I'll catch him when I catch him. I tried to catch him for another 30 minutes, and then we were sitting in the reptile room in the office jungle, and then there he was just sitting like near a heat lamp, and I caught him, put him in. He got out probably a total of 4 times. He's the one that escapes the most, the green anoles. But they always come back. They always come back. And he was kind of ready. When I found him, he was like, ready. He was like, put me back in. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. I'm cold. So he actually like let me just catch him real quick, put him back in. Now he doesn't escape that much, funny enough. He doesn't escape that much. I think he like learned like, okay, in here is better than outside. So I'll put him in good because they're kind of a pain in the ass, kind of boring. Next is the leopard gecko. Our leopard gecko's name is Girl. Baby voice for girl. We call her Goal. She's goated. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. She's great. She's hilarious. She's actually right here. Let's see if she'll let me take her out. This is Goal. She's chill. She hangs out with me. She's by my computer. And we love her. She's awesome. Watching her eat crickets, hunt crickets is hilarious. She's hilarious. Leopard geckos have like a poop spot, which is awesome, where they go to poop. They always have like a spot to poop in. So that's cool. They're just awesome. Leopard geckos are the best. If I had room for more leopard geckos, I'd get more leopard geckos, but I love her. She's chill. Sometimes she's out during the day. Sometimes she's out at night. She's just awesome. Where are you going? Put her back in. She wants to hang out. Oh my gosh, she's coming back out. She's coming back. Go back in. You want to go back in? That's Girl the leopard gecko. She's awesome. Sometimes she'll scratch at the door trying to get out. It's cool like reptiles want to hang out or something. I don't know. It seems like they want to hang out sometimes. It's weird. She was just hanging out right here. She's usually not out during the day. She was just chilling. Leopard geckos are the best. If you want a lizard, if you want to get into reptiles, leopard gecko, crested gecko, great first reptiles. Can't beat them. Next up is my Mexican black king snake, Juan Carlos. I'll put him in awesome. I'll put him in awesome because he's great, but he kind of is a spaz. Like when I try to pick him up, he goes nuts. I have to kind of calm him down. I know he's going to try to bite me. Mexican black king snakes, when they bite, they hold on. It's annoying. They musk. It smells bad. Every time I handle him, I know it's a stressful experience for him. But other than that, when he's in his tank, he's personable. He like kind of waits for his food. He knows when I'm bringing the food. He kind of looks at me. He's not scared when I'm by the tank. He watches me. He's like analyzing me. It's just when I try to touch him and bring him out, he spazzes out. So I don't handle him that much. But when I do, he musks. I have to calm him down. It takes about like 10 minutes for him to calm the hell down. But other than that, he's an awesome snake. He's dope. He's the first snake I've ever had. He got me into loving snakes. So for that, he's awesome. Next up is mossy tree frogs. Now, mossy tree frogs, they could be goated. They are pretty dope. You know what? I'll put them in goated. Mossy tree frogs are goated. They're not loud. At night, they make a little noise. They go. They make that noise. It's cool. It's cute. It's everything. At night, during the day, they're boring. They just sit there and they look like a little pad of moss. But at night, they're hopping around. They're catching crickets. They're looking for things. I love them. I love my mossy tree frog. I had 2 of them. One of them passed away because he got out and it dried up. It was bad. I feel bad. There was mistakes. But now we have 1 and he's the best. And we have an awesome paludarium that he loves. He's thriving. He's growing. I had him when he was a baby. He's almost an adult now. And I love him. Mossy tree frogs, a goated frog. You want to get him. Next up is the Tokay gecko. Tokay geckos, I don't want to say they're bad. I'll say they're mid. They'll be the first mid animal I put on here. Now, I know a lot of people, they love Tokay geckos. They tame them out. They're so chill. They're awesome. My Tokay gecko is afraid of everything. I've had him since he was basically a hatchling, and he's still terrified of me. He's less terrified than when I first got him, but he's still like scared to death of me. As soon as I walk by his enclosure, he'll run and hide away. Now is a little different. Now kind of will just hang out unless I make like a sudden move by his enclosure, then he'll run and hide. But other than that, I don't really see him that much. He's always hiding. Comes out at night. I know he's eating because he's fat and I feed him crickets all the time. So I know he's eating, but they're kind of mid. They're kind of mid. You know, they're kind of boring. I know some people tame them out. They have them jump on their arms. They have them jump everywhere. If my Tokay gecko left his enclosure, he'd be gone. I'd never catch him again. I cannot let him out of the enclosure to jump on my arm because he'd be gone. I put him in mid. It's a mid animal, or my animal is a mid animal. Next up, we got the Pac-Man frog. Pac-Man frog? You know what? Why is it like that? I say they're awesome. My Pac-Man frog is awesome. People say Pac-Man frogs are boring. They just sit there burrowed in the substrate. They do nothing. My Pac-Man frog's, he's always out. He's always running around at night. He always wants crickets. As soon as I open that door, he's always like biting at nothing, trying to get something. If I put my finger on the door, he'll bite at my finger, try to get my finger. It's hilarious. Whenever I walk by his enclosure and he's awake at night, he's like looking at me. He'll follow me around. He'll be like, all right, what are you doing? You got any food? You got anything for me? I love them. I think they're cool. I've had him attack my finger. It feels weird. It's like sticky. They've got like really like gluey saliva that's just like glue, but they're awesome. I love Pac-Man frogs. I'd get more if I had the space. I'd get more. Next up is the Redfoot tortoise. My Redfoot tortoise, Turtle Tim, he's goated. Redfoot tortoises are awesome. They're like little puppy dogs. Mine is still like super small, but let's see where he's at. He's sleeping right now. I'd get him out, but he's sleeping. Mine's still super small, still like a baby. We've had him for like, I don't know, maybe 6 months now, 7 months, and he's still the smallest little tortoise that ever was. We have him in an enclosure. We keep him with the day geckos and the anoles. They live in harmony. It's like a nice, humid tropical jungle in there where Redfoot tortoises are from. I feed him some kale. I feed him some other lettuces, some zucchinis, some apples sometimes. I put some Crested gecko diet on there with the crickets, with the cricket mix. Can't beat a Redfoot tortoise. I think they're probably the best tortoises. They like it humid though, which kind of is a pain in the arse. And then when he's an adult, I could probably leave him outside. I live in Southern California by the beach where the humidity is about 70% at night. It gets a little lower during the day, but if you keep a little pond or something back there, he'll be fine. Redfoot tortoises, like, they're pretty hardy. Turtle Tim, he's goated for sure. He's goated. Redfoots are goated. Nothing really much left to say. And then lastly, I just put this all in a category, just aquarium fish. Aquarium fish, I'm going to put it in the bad, so we have a nice full category. Aquarium fish suck to keep. They suck. Taking care of fish tanks, I don't know what it is about me. I just can't get fish tanks to stay clean. The algae, I always get algae blooms. I'm always fighting algae. I'm always fighting pH levels. I'm always fighting all these different things you have to deal with an aquarium. If they didn't look so cool, and they weren't so peaceful to watch, I'd never have any fish, but here we are. I've got a paludarium with fish in it where I keep my Mossy frog, and that is pretty clean, but other than that, it's pretty annoying to have fish. They need a lot of attention, they need a lot of care, a lot of money spent. The tanks are heavy as hell. They're like 100 pounds. Tanks are like over hundreds of pounds. Fish tanks. Hundreds and hundreds of pounds of just water, dirty water. But, you know, I do it because it looks cool. They're relaxing to watch. You can't handle them. You can't do anything with them besides look at them. So I put them in the bad. But they're not that bad. It's fun. I love the shrimp. I'm looking at my paludarium right now. There's some shrimp swimming around. Let's see if I can show you guys the paludarium without the camera going out. This is the paludarium. These are my fish. This is the water area. There's the land area. We got some shrimp down there walking around. We got some fish in there. It's pretty cool, but they're a pain in the rear. I would never have a saltwater fish tank because there's just too many parameters to keep up with. So that's it, guys. If you like this video, let me know. I can make more videos like this. Maybe I'll do one about the best reptiles of all time, best reptiles I wish I had. You know, let me know. Write in the comments. Give me a like, subscribe. We're a growing channel. If you want to help me grow, you could do things like that. So thanks for watching. Stick around. Subscribe. Maybe we'll have some more videos coming out soon. Peace.